My pleasure. I wanted to, but somehow things were just missed out. Too many things happening simultaneously.
Yeah, yeah. You're VC of two university systems, sir.
You can imagine.
Now, a lot of things are going to happen simultaneously.
Yeah.
From now on.
Time is not on my hand. It is decided by others. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure that I'm able to join, and I look forward to this speech by Dr. Rajgopalan. So when are we starting, Vishwanath?
There's a minute by minute menu, minute by minute thing. Tanmay will tell you immediately, but I'll tell you immediately.
Sir, we'll start in like
exactly at 7:25.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why I had an earlier meeting which just got over, so I thought that let me just join and find out, have a chat with you at least before the program starts, and that's why I joined you earlier. But great, you have chosen absolutely the perfect person for a validatory function.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, great. Are you able to hear me well?
There's a
Pandit sir.
If you could bring closer, that would be great, sir.
Okay, let me try the mic and headphones and see if that is better.
Of course, your voice carries quite well, so that's not a problem.
Hello, Joshi sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Sir, hi.
Good evening,
Is that
sir.
better, Vishwanath?
Sir?
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's much better now.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes,
I'll use that then. Okay.
Joshi sir is here.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Namaste, Sriram sir.
Yes, Mr. Udas.
Yes. Waiting for your next program, Abhi.
That is on
7th, no?
10th April.
10th.
10th April.
10th April है क्या वो?
Very near.
Srirang, 10th March or 10th April?
10th April. 10th March will be too early because April only now.
No. Because we may have before that possibly annual day.
Yeah. Annual day and then convocation and then.
No, convocation is scheduled on 22nd. So between 22nd and 10th of April, we may have annual day.
Yes, sir.
Pandit sir, don't forget.
Hello, Vasudevan sir. Sir, Vasudevan sir is here. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
So wonderful that you made the time, sir. Thank you so much. Lot of interest from our student body and faculty in your talk.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vasudevan. Much appreciated of accepting our invitations. The issue is we all engineers need to be reminded from time to time of our social responsibility. What tends to happen is we get carried away by the technological brilliance and forget the mundane things which are required on a daily basis. And that's why people like you who keep reminding us that yes, we have our duty towards the nation as well as towards environment.
Wonderful. You have given a beautiful introduction for me. Nice.
I was really looking forward to that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
But Pandit sir,
Yes.
hello. Pandit sir, he's a pure chemist.
No, that's
Now, of
okay.
course,
Fine. Pure chemist
practiced so many
translated.
technologies,
Yeah.
but he's been no, I'm
Translated
just,
in. But what he's performing or what he's doing is what we call it as a translational chemistry.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
So we'll start now.
Good evening.
Firstly,
Gargi.
Yeah.
yes, sir. Firstly, I would like to thank all of you to spare some time for coming to the closing ceremony. I mean, it was an incredible journey. We didn't even realize how these 7 days ended. And there's just so much of efforts put in from the whole team, along with your guidance and constant support. So I would like Arsalan to put some light on this.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good evening to one and all present here. I welcome you on behalf of Team Vortex at the closing ceremony of ICT's first virtual fest. Vortex 8.0 is one of its kind. It was held during this unprecedented situation in a fully virtual mode. Regardless, we saw a huge amount of participation, including participants from all around the globe, as Vortex was geographically unbound. Moreover, this year we have received international recognition in the form of UNESCO patronage and the support of the Royal Society of Chemistry. Coming to the events, there were some major modifications since this year, keeping in mind the mode of conduction. New events were introduced, such as social defined problems in general and pharma series, so that the student community can help NGOs solve the problems that they are facing while providing their service to the society. In this way, we helped total 5 NGOs, which we collaborated with and assisted them with brilliant ideas given by the participants. Other events like Chem Codes and Chem Questions were introduced in the Prodigy series, and in the Pharma series, Analyze and Blueprint were introduced. This gave Vortex an opportunity to explore and leave its mark in different fields. The highlight this year was the Masterclass. We hosted eminent personalities such as Professor Pol Shettiwar from TIFR, Mr. Hanmantrao Gaikwad, the chairman of BVG, and Mr. Sohail Wazir, the CEO of India's first plant-based meat company, and Professor Peter Roski, a world-renowned chemist from Rice University, Houston, Texas. The Vortex team fully adapted to the virtual mode and introduced a virtual PR head that was available to clear doubts on Vortex website 24/7. To keep up the spirit of competition, we also introduced a leaderboard which monitored the progress of all participants and was updated every day. I would like to show my gratitude to Professor A.B. Pandit, the Vice Chancellor of ICT Mumbai, Professor Amin Ma'am, the Vice President of Technological Association, our conveners, Professor Dalvi and Professor Joshi, for supporting us throughout the fest and gracing our ceremony today. Lastly, I would like to wrap up by thanking my co-secretary, Tanmay Kothavade, the core team of Vortex, the event heads, and all the coordinators who stuck by and proved to be the driving force in making this fest what it is. With this, I began the closing ceremony of Vortex 8.0. Thank you.
Thank you, Arsalan.
Sir, Amin ma'am is also here. Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, madam. So glad.
And so also we have Mr. Dilip Das, the president of UA Association. He is also there. So please welcome him also. He is there.
Yes.
Das is there.
Yes. Good evening, sir. Welcome. And also we have Patravale ma'am also here.
Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Everyone.
So who is the master of ceremony? Arsalan, you are the one?
Gargi is handling.
Okay.
Gargi is Gargi is handling, sir.
Yes, sir. So now moving ahead, I would like to welcome
our Vice Chancellor, Professor A.B. Pandit, to give some welcome address.
Thank you, Gargi, and thank you all. And I am really pleased to be here. Unfortunately, I could not join you earlier, though I kept on getting the information. And I'm happy to see that more than 160 participants are still there on the last day. And you could not have chosen a better person for a valedictory function, because as per the theme and the UNESCO and RIC patronage which you have received, it is important for we technologists and engineers to be socially aware. And the theme which you have chosen is also perfect theme. And the choice of the valedictory function, chief guest and speaker is also perfect. I could not have thought of a better person than Dr. Vasudevan. The point which I wanted to make is what tends to happen, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you look at it, is ICT has always given a significant expertise to the industry, to the technology, with few who have been exceptionally useful and have done contributions to the society as well, but somehow that doesn't get publicized. Just to give you an example, our former past director, late Dr. J.G. Kane, was the one who introduced the utility of minor oils or non-edible oils to the country during the Second World War, as a result of which the utility of these oils, which are essentially forest produced, provided opportunities for living to millions of tribals and forest dwellers to collect the seeds from the forest and then extract oil from it. And this oil was used for either soap making or other oleochemicals. It doesn't get advertised, but those who are there in ICT know about this, and it is actually our choice and our let's say intention to see India technologically at the forefront, but at the same time not to forget our obligations to our nation. So, in terms of Dr. Vasudevan, who is considered as a plastic man of India, I would just, it is so nice to be able to listen to him. And I would just like to narrate one small story which we also experimented with way back in 1992. We were constructing a telecom factory in Nasik, and at that point, at that time, this concept of introducing plastic into cement as an integral part of the cement mortar was just coming into vogue. And in fact, a big size ceiling of our entire factory was then constructed using plastic bits into the cement. And I'm very happy to tell you that 92 now will be completing nearly 30 years, and the ceiling is still intact. There is no water seepage, there is nothing. We had to, of course, experiment with the type of plastic which could be integrated, which will remain. It will not affect the integrity of the mortar. It will not affect the stickiness or the fastening properties of the mortar. But that was the time I realized that all these plastic waste which is getting generated can have an effective utilization. And Dr. Vasudevan has really taken it to a different level, to a significantly higher level, and I think it should be implemented. So my compliments to the Vortex team, and I'm very happy to be here, and I eagerly look forward to listening to Dr. Vasudevan's efforts and the story, which I'm sure is going to be inspirational to all of us in terms of finding out not only it is necessary for us to work at the cutting edge of technology, but it is also mandatory for us to look back and see whatever technologies which develop, how this technology is going to be useful for our country and for the growth of our nation. Thank you very much for inviting me, and I really look forward to the deliberations of this valedictory function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your insightful words. You have always been an inspiration for everyone in ICT, and we are very proud to have you as the Vice Chancellor. Now, I would like to welcome you all for today's highlight, the 5th Masterclass of Vortex 8.0, an online lecture series and a flagship event of Vortex. Masterclass provides us an opportunity to interact with the best, to exchange thoughts, learn, improve, stretch, and implement new innovative ideas in science, technology, and research. I would like to welcome Padmashree Dr. Rajgopalan Vasudevan, popularly known as the Plastic Man of India. Gauri, our coordinator for Masterclass, will take over now.
Good evening to one and all present. I would like to welcome Padmashree Dr. Rajgopalan Vasudevan, popularly known as the Plastic Man of India. He is an Indian scientist who has worked in the field of waste management. He is currently a professor in Thiagarajar College of Engineering. He obtained his Bachelor of Science degree and MSc degree from the Madras University in 1965 and 1967 respectively. He also earned his PhD from the same university in 1974. His research mainly deals with waste management, specifically use of waste plastics for road and building constructions. He developed an innovative method to reuse plastic waste to construct better, more durable, and very cost-effective roads. He thought of the idea of shredding plastic waste, mixing it with bitumen, and using the polymerized mix in the road construction. This method will help in making roads much faster and will also have environment from dangerous plastic waste. These roads also show greater resistance to damages caused by heavy rains. His road construction method is now widely used to construct roads in rural India. He was awarded India's 4th highest civilian honor, Padmashree, in 2008. We are glad to have you as our speaker today, and without any further delay, I would like to invite Dr. Rajagopalan Vasudevan to share his thoughts on the topic Plastics Think Differently.
Yeah. Are you are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Hari Om.
Hello, sir. Sorry for interrupt you. Sir, welcome, sir. Good evening.
Please. Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Are you able to see my slides?
Absolutely, sir. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and for the kind words of our Vice Chancellor. Great man, who has done a great word for me. I'm very happy. I thank Vortex 8, Asia's largest campus. More than that, they have got a lot of recognition. The international recognition will come for you. Very good. It's a feather on your cap. One more feather on your cap. Really very happy. One thing I'm just thinking about this being a closing ceremony. I don't know how people will receive me. That one thought is going on within my mind. But still, I will try to confine myself with the topic at the time also. So I would like to give a opening the mind of the people. Plastic, think differently. The whole world is now thinking about plastic ban. I am saying not to ban, but to plan. My word is not to ban, but to plan. Therefore, and plastic is God's gift. This is going to be my talk today. How plastic, and Vice Chancellor beautifully described it. A wonderful story, which is a beautiful introduction for the whole talk which I am going to give today. Therefore, very happy to be with you. And let me start my lecture with a pranam to my Guru. Always, that's very important. This is Guru who takes us the right place. And my thanks to my college. Still, they are keeping me in service. I'm 77 years old. And my colleagues who are working with me, and they work, and I got the Padmashree. It is the credit goes to them. And even a small work, Mother Earth and Mother India especially, thanks and recognizes. And I've been very well recognized, but the small work which has been done by very many people. And I can never forget the great days of 2002 when the our late President Abdul Kalam, who came to me and said, "This is a wonderful work, Vasudevan. This is going to have a gold mine for you. It's going to change. You are going to be recognized." He told in 2002, and it came true. That is the greatness of Abdul Kalam. I had a great chance of interacting the whole topic and the discussion. He gave a lot of guidance in 2002, and that resulted in many things. In 2015, I got the Tech Award from the Prime Minister, who said on the day itself, we are very much interested in technology. We are going to promote it. And in 2018, I got the award from the King of Mewar, and of course, the great award of Padmashree. This is all the recognition. I say, why I give this is, we must always thank. Thank giving is very important. What of thanks, something like that. Thanks for the small work which has been by the environment, very important. And the mass media, which is very important. It has taken me to very many places. It has taken it. All these things happen because of mass media. My message goes to various places. In that respect, you must always thank the mass media, which is very important today. Now you have so many varieties of mass media where you can go and we can take the message to the common people, to the people concerned also. And of course, the central government has recognized my laboratory as a lab for plastic waste management, resource partner for and the Environment Information System. Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, they came all the way to my lab and then recognized these. These are all encouragement for the work, socially relevant work, which is very important. Of course, I got the patents, one for the road, another for the plastone, which has been, which I'm going to discuss about to you. And above all, first of all, we must, before we go to the work, I would like to present something because I hope I'm giving my deliberation to the younger generation, chemical engineers, polymer engineers, and so on. So very important. Let us make up the mind properly. So the most important message is sincerity in the work of the faith in God takes you beyond the limitation. That is the most important message. And Mother Earth is very kind. It gives whatever you need, not for the greed. But man only brings in disturbing the nature. The environment challenges all many problems, but we have to solve the problem. Therefore, I say managemental technique. I would like to put it as managemental technique. It is as managed as mental technique to be managed properly. The mind is very important. And so, in that respect, who am I? As a man, I must try to understand who am I. See, the world is not only yourself. There are 84 lakhs living beings available there, of which you are only one. And on major portion is plant kingdom, the other side animal kingdom. The plant kingdom is the heart of the world. It supplies food, it supplies oxygen, it maintains the environment, and the health. Animal kingdom helps, but what the man does, he is trying to disturb it. But actually, the Gita says, Sakai Gya Prachasushta Purovacha Prajapati, Anena Prashavishitum Yashavu Takamati. Devan Bhave Devo Bhavayantaha, Parasparam Bhavayantaha Sreka Prasika. You are the ambassador for me. God says, man, you are the ambassador. You take care of the world. Have we taken it? That's the greatest question I will ask here. So, see here, world has given food, water, oxygen, medicine, chemical, whatnot. And what we have given in return? Garbage, sewage, carbon dioxide, sickness, toxic waste, metal scrap, concrete waste. What we return to the world is only the negative aspects. Is it not our responsibility to look into it properly? Therefore, look at the environment. Before, I always try to understand this way. Before the world wars, the people are stable, culture, family professionals there, enriching the villages. There was not a much of environmental problem. But once the world war over, there is a revolution. And the revolution takes place and many industries develop. Many industries develop, automatically people migrate from village to city, and urban population increases. What happened? This has resulted, so many things are actually, this has made all the changes here. See here, the demand increase. demand of wood, demand of metal, demand of ceramics, adhesive land, all those increased. And with the result, deforestation take place, loss of culture, villages migration, loss of cultivation, pollution of air, sand, everything has been polluted. So this small change, you call it revolution, but industrial revolution, ultimately it has resulted in environmental pollution. See here, the result. See, in the 20th century, we have the industrialized cosmetics, drugs, fertilizers, fuel, explosives, paper, textile, so on, rubber, plastic, etc. What happened? All the Panchabhutas have been polluted now. Industrial contribution is cosmetics, and it's even a simple cosmetic. I say you are fair and lovely. I don't know how many people have made beautiful because of fair and lovely. But one thing is sure: the container is still roaming in the road at all conditions, all there. But your paste. See, people come in your TV and say, "Do you have salt in your house?" And they publish a paste. What happened to the container? Where it is? And the brush. Once in 3 months, you throw away the brush. What happened to that? What is the responsibility these people are taking about it? So cosmetic, like I can go on talking about each of the industries, they are marketing them, but they're forgetting about the contribution, the negative contribution they have made. With the result, the change is taking place. People now moving towards herbal materials, herbal organic food, organic biofuel, so on. So here I would like to bring the concept of life. Life is in coordination with nature. And God, Reda Eda Dharmasya Klanit Bhadu Bharata, Abhyuktana Madaram Sitadat Param Sujamika, Paritranaya Sadhuna Vinasa Dushkutam, Dharma Samstapanata Sambhavami. God is always there to protect. He is more worried about 84 lakhs living beings, not only one man. So now, because of this, what the world pollution increased, all monsoon has changed. So nature's law deviated. God tried to change, tried to protect the law. How God is always kind. First, what he did is, let me try to send a plastic as a gift to the man. Let him try to understand the importance of plastic and try to understand the importance of nature also. That if he doesn't understand, he sent recently another warning through COVID-19. Now, see here what happens. Before the Ramayana, that is Ramayana period since World War, people living simple life, not much of change. Standard of living was good. But now, after the World War, infrastructure increases, rural people, urban life, better infrastructure, deforestation, land grabbing, environmental pollution, life of other living becomes difficult, and the value of life is being live and let live becomes automatically changed now. Now, therefore, I would like to stress upon the man's role. You have to change your attitude now. Very important. You have changed that service through service, and service to sacrifice is the journey inward. That is a life. You have to serve the society by sacrifice, and that is important. Let us plan for a better India in this process. And see here, think differently. I just put differently. See, I have made small change. I don't want to elaborate, but small change. Density measurement plus plastic bead. The instrument cost about 8 lakhs. I have developed an instrument cost just 10 rupees. 8 lakhs instrument has been displaced by an instrument cost 10 rupees. We can do. That is, I call innovation. Innovation is different from innovation. Indian way of doing innovation is called innovation. Similarly, penetration tests, I did in my lab without spending any money. Because the instrument cost about 60,000 rupees, but I can do it small adjustment here and there. So, as that, the crushing e-waste, how to crush the plastic. We use a stool student to rub it on the ground and get it. And I got, using that powder, I developed a polymer modified vitamin, for which I got 1 crore as a grant. So, thinking differently, we can do so many things. I'm working on cooker design, I'm working on burner design, I design and many like this. Therefore, remember, you must always, as a student, remember, you can do it. You have the confidence you can do the process. So what I have done in this process, appropriate, I have done. So you talk about reuse, reduce, recycle. I say it is not the R that are important. It is the most fourth R is more important. Rethink, then only you can understand innovation, appropriate, and so on. So what I have done with respect to plastic, film, cups, foams, e-waste, I have tried to utilize for different purposes. And seaweeds for biodiesel, weeds for diabetes medicine. organic fast manure, and slag waste for construction material. There are very many works are going on in my laboratory in the process. And I would like to take presently about the plastic waste. And we talk about plastic waste, we ban plastic and so on, single use. So many talks are going on all over the world by everybody. No, whether they understand about plastic or not is true. But actually I say plastic has substituted wood, has substituted paper, substituted fiber, substituted metal, substituted glass, substituted adhesive. Previously, now, if it's not the case, we would be we will be exploiting the nature and deforestation take place. Exploiting the nature, cultivation land will be there. Therefore, once the plastic comes, these materials have been displaced, substituted, and our domestic plastic and engineering plastic have come. With the result, the plastic becomes very, very useful. And my sons put it, even 92, they have understood its usefulness. So it is really a gift of God that has been given. And what is the problem? Having a friend in need is a friend in need. So plastic is very useful, but what we have done, we have not disposed it properly. It is our own garbage culture that made all the problem. And today we have developed new techniques, new products using all the ways. And what we have developed is, can say that we don't. What we have a plastic now is insignificant for all the development we are making. So I used to say, poor plastic is poor man's need. You visit any village, they have only plastic materials, plastic cup, plastic mat, plastic various objects, and it's common man's friend. You know, if you go to the kitchen, you see most of them plastic one day, and you are starting from your cell, your computer, everything plastic. So it's very important. And it is substitute for many structural material and inspiration for techniques to develop newer things. So at the same time, industry, India has got more than 1 lakh people working at it. So many industries are there, and the GDP is also improved. Therefore, that is the case actually in the problem. But suddenly people talk about, say, the plastic ban. So, but plastic is environmentally friendly. That is not, people say it is not so, but I say it is environmentally friendly, economically viable, and socially useful. And any manufacture of material with plastic is definitely cheaper than any other natural material available. So I given some list about all those things. If you try to prepare any of those things, automatically values of the packing material. Now we use only plastic as a plastic material. Any other material, starting from paper, jute, anything, it all costs more, it pollutes more, whereas plastic becomes very handy, very cheap also. And therefore, it has given more about the weight factor, working factor, etc. And plastic has got longevity also. But that becomes a problem now. People say plastic is not decomposing, biological decomposition. Therefore, people say plastic is not to use. See, God fixes time and date for everything to decompose. You see, food decomposes in a day. Organic leaves few months, food few months, certain materials more time. There is a time factor. Whereas stone, do you think it is biological decomposable? No. Gold? No. Diamond? No. Platinum? No. But if you use it, stone is so much important for construction. Gold is an ornament. All those very much. Similarly, plastic. What do you think about it? Should undergo plastic biological decomposition? It can be converted to very much structural process. All roads of the world can be learned plastic road, plastone, roofing, resistant rod, construction, and many structural materials can be obtained from the plastic. Therefore, plastic is more useful in that respect. And see here, what are the plastic we use? Carry bags, single-use plastic, bottle, multi-layer. See, multi-layer is one very important one. Nylon net, solid waste, cigarette, all those things we use and poor man's friend. But the problem is use and throw. The most important debris in the sea is cigarette butts. How cigarette butts can be a debris in the sea? Do you mean to say fishes are smoking? No, the man creates all the problem. But all these materials can be effectively used for me. None of them is waste, and for me, everything is most useful for my end product. So the only thing is man's indifference is God's gift and man's indifference. What happens? See here, the materials are used on one side, and the debris in you see here, or chocolate cover, bottle, and carry bag, so on. All these things man-made problem. He only creates problem because of his bad culture, garbage culture, and See here, and I had the wrong handling of the plastic for destruction pollution. It is plastic. It is our problem. Hazardous, unhygienic, affect water flow. So problem. See, who did it? How it has come? It is all because our own problem. Unless we change our mind, we have a better attitude about this. This problem cannot be changed. See here, what is happening? When the people travel the car, they simply throw it on the road, and it comes under in the municipal solid waste. And the municipal solid, once it was considered to be a manure for the land, now it has been wasted because of the plastic that contained. The plastic is thrown by these people. If you have better garbage culture, this will not happen. Your marine debris, municipal solid waste, better all those things by the bad culture, what we do, what we should not do. If that is changed, we can all the more use plastic and make the world better. See here, the manufacturers, they manufacture the material and market it. Never bother about what happens over that. As I told you, a toothbrush, 3 months, every 3 months you have to throw away. A toothbrush consists about 20 grams. And throughout the world, people are using toothbrush. And if 20 grams per year for 80 grams, and so people, the whole world, if we throw away, how much of plastic is wasted? Who collects this? So nobody bothers about. The industry has got every right to collect back. If I return the brush, they can at least reduce 10 paise, 20 paise like that. The responsibility they must feel. It is their responsibility. They are only one. They are living because of the plastic one. Is it not the responsibility to work for the society, to help the people, to be? So once you see, India has got its own culture. So try to find out that way. Therefore, the industry, market it, forget it. We consumers, we collect it, hear all those things, but we don't know technique, we don't know how to do it. We also deposit somewhere and forget it. And the government collects it, dumps it, and forget it. And if this is the case, what will happen? In 2050, India will be a dump. So unless we try to change our attitude, everybody has got the responsibility. Every individual has got. Individual maybe in industry, maybe in the government or the house. He has his own responsibility. Think about it in the process. And therefore, in the process, God's kind. So in spite of all those things, God is always kind. He is the father of us. So he said, I will try to help you. So the beautiful concept of Swachh Bharat and Make in India came, and that's the mantra which has come. We just have to collect the waste. And it has got the participation for the industry, participation institution, participation society. And using this, we can innovation can be done, environmental friendly, economically viable, socially useful material. And my institute has now developed something to the industry, to the society. So it is possible. So this is a development made by this. That's why I say it's not. See what has happened. The process, waste plastic is collected, and it is converted into plastic road, it is converted to plastone, and it is environmentally friendly, no toxic gas comes out. India has got 46 lakh kilometers. I need 200 lakh tons of plastic. India has got only 10 lakhs. Now we need 200 lakhs for road alone. India has got only 10 lakhs. So where is the plastic? Use more plastic, give it to me, let us go lay the road. That may be going to be the concept of that. So that is being done. And see, it's a God's gift. That's why I say God is great to help us at every occasion. Try to understand. You have to modify yourself. And these are the products you developed. The road, plastics are road. We have laid in 2002. Even at 2021, the road is like this. No pothole, no crack, nothing is developed. There's no maintenance required for 15 years. That's the plastic road. And we have developed plastone toilets, 12,000 rupees. Using a plastone, it can be just constructed in 2 hours. So we have modified bitumen also developed. I give some idea about that. And what do you do? What do you mean by plastic road? I just give an idea about that before I go in detail. Very simple. What is the road? Road construction is very simple. Take the stone, heat it to 170 degree. Take the bitumen, heat it to 160 degree. Mix these two, 170 stone, 160 bitumen. Mix these two, lay the road at 120, roll it. That's all. If you do sincerely this, the road life is 3 years. But the sincerity, I told you, sincerity, that is one which you are need to search nowadays in the people. What happened? They don't follow this one. Even after 6 months, the road is given way. But what plastic road is something different. You take the same stone, heat it 170 degrees. You take all the waste plastic films up to micron, 80 micron, your carry bags, your multi-layer chocolate paper, biscuit paper, kurkure paper, all those material, the multi-layer, cut it in small pieces, 2 mm to 4 mm. Now keep it ready. Heat the stone at 170 degrees. Put it over the stone. Within 30 seconds, it melts and the stone is laminated. Now add the bitumen. With another 20 seconds, it is mixed and lay the road. Just 30 seconds extra, you change the road. And the road, now once you lay the plastic road, its life is now 2002, I laid the road. Even today it is good. I don't know how long it is going to be good, but definitely 15 years, assurance is being given. So that is the beauty of the road. And 1 kilometer single lane road, I need 1 lakh ton, I need 1 ton of plastic. 1 kilometer single lane, I need 1 ton plastic. 1 ton plastic means 10 lakhs carry bag. I use 10 lakh carry bag, 1 kilometer single lane. India has got 46 lakh kilometers. Think about it, how much of plastic required. Therefore, use of waste plastic has been done, and better road you get. Say you are adding 1 ton, actually in 1 kilometer, we need 10 tons of bitumen. We are going to add only 9 tons of bitumen, 1 ton of plastic. We save bitumen and cost about 60,000 rupees. All the plastic is going to use, and costless solid waste converted manure, job for the self-help group, and less maintenance, no pothole. And above all, if otherwise the plastic is taken to industry as a fuel, it is converted to carbon dioxide. 1 kilo plastic converted into 3 kilos of carbon dioxide. And therefore, you are enriching the global warming also. Whereas India now has laid more than 1.5 lakh kilometers of plastic road. That means we have used not less than 5 lakh tons of plastic, and it means 15 lakh tons of carbon dioxide prevented in the atmosphere. That's how it is environmental friendly. And see here, what are the materials used for the road? Cups, carry bags, parcel cover, milk pouch, film, foam, chocolate cover, supari cover, biscuit cover, water bottle, cool drink bottle, all those materials which you throw on the road, which is very important, I collect all those and convert them to a beautiful road, which you can travel very well. Therefore, none of them is waste. And these are all the suffering temperature goes under 140 to 150. Your stone is 170. When you add this, automatically it melts and laminates. So all these day-to-day using material is being used. So it is this is the one we throw carelessly, and therefore don't throw, collect it. You can do wonderfully convert it. See, this is a multi-layer film, which is very important now. But we have our own solution for this also. But there is no recycling method for the multi-layer, whereas multi-layer can be very well used for the road. Therefore, we have a wonderful solution. And the road made up of multi-layer is again another 50% stronger than this one. Normal road, if it withstand 1,000 kg road, the plastic road will stand 2,500 kg. This comes porcelain more. Therefore, in that respect, this is improving the quality of the road also. See, here I give an idea about that. The polyethylene film, polypropylene, polystyrene, polyfoam, they are suffering temperature around 120, 140 and only. Only when they heat it beyond 270 degrees, they undergo decomposition, and above 700 degrees carbon dioxide. My working temperature is only 170. That's all. Therefore, there is no pollution, there is no gas production in the process. It is the whole process environment friendly. And I use only polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene, and I don't use PVC. If you use PVC, HCl may come out, and it may result small amount of dioxin, which is a misnomer only. Actually, not there. Therefore, here we use only polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene only. And here the stability I have already mentioned about that. See, this is the plastic is taken, and it is being waste plastic added, mixed and compacted. You can see on my hand a round object. This is the plastone. this can withstand 300 tons load. And actually, this is 10 times stronger than concrete. This is made up of only plastic and stone, the granite waste. That is what have been given here. So it shows plastic has got a beautiful binding property. That is the most interesting part, the whole about the plastic. We say plastic is a way. No, it's the greatest binder in the process. And see, the plastic, the stone, which we use on the road, the raw material, plastic coated, and once you coat the plastic, the stone character itself changes now. No moisture absorption, the soundness improves, the quality of the stone very much improved. This is added quality by quotation. And this is a simple technology which has got me the Padmashree. Very, very simple. Take the aggregate stone, heat to 170 degree, and to the hot shredded plastic, 2 mm to 4 mm, add it, and calculated quantities added. The plastic is coated, and bitumen is added. Mix it, 30 seconds in over, you laid the road, and the roads are wonderful. So, and I have given some data about the various types of plastic also. This is the simplest technique possible. Only thing socially relevant, usually useful. That's why the recognition has been given. So this simple technology, the plastic films are taken and cleaned if necessary. I don't say it is to be neat. It should be dry. According to me, there is no segregation required. Or collect all the films up to 80 micron film, dry it and shed it. I don't want to clean it also because this process automatically takes care of it, and have a shedding machine to cut it and heating stone, and then add the plastic on the so that it gets coated, calculate quantities added, add bitumen, and you get the material for the road. So to see the quality of the plastic load, strength increased by 100 times, 100%, no pothole, withstand heavy load, decreased bitumen consumption, cost reduced, and value addition to the waste plastic. Now, plastic waste costs about 30 rupees per kg, and nil maintenance for 15 years, no effect on radiation, and life is doubled. And we use multi-layer film, no machine is required. In situ process, industry, no industry involvement. You can collect at your campus, collect it, shed it, and then you lay it at your place, no problem. Eco-friendly. Only stone is modified. I don't touch the bitumen. Scrap can be used. That's very important. Already tar road, your bituminous road, collect the scrap the surface and 50% take it, 50% polymer coated. Mix these two, lay the road. The road is wonderful. It is equally good, and cost is only 50%, and the road height is not improved. Therefore, scrap can be used, and quarry materials can be saved in the process. So, value addition to waste, no need for landfilling, toxic gas evolution, there's no burning, no landmine, landfilling actually. So, this is being done. Many one of the techniques that many hot mix plant can do, or central mixing plant can be done, and the performance studies we have made and we have given. Our roads are much better than compared to any other bitumen road. This has been approved by the Central Pollution Control Board also and CRI. And the coding has been given in 2013. Our technology has been approved by the IRC and the coding has been given. And see the beauty of the plastic road. We lay the road at 2004. The other side is a highways road. Say after 6 months, that is the beauty of the road. Whereas this road, you can come and see even today. You can come to Madurai and see this road. It looks the same way as you have seen here. This 2004. That is the specialty of the plastic road. And now see, I have got an idea about that. Indeed, we have about 46 lakhs of 46 lakhs kilometers of road. And what amount of plastic required? I think not less than 200 lakhs tons. India has got only 10 lakhs, and that too littering only 4.6 lakhs. Therefore, we don't have all the plastic available, can be very well used for road laying, nothing. You collect only the collection, or you should not allow them to throw it. There are two ways of doing it. Collect the old one, presently plan and try, therefore not to ban but to plan. Plan it first to collect, and you can definitely solve the problem. The problem is at your hand, it is not away from you. And see the roads in India, the roads in world 650 lakhs, and for that the amount of plastic required. So I have seen Indonesia, I have gone there, I have gone to America, and people collected the plastic and keep it there as a storage. They don't know what to do. Now all the plastic can be effectively used, no problem with respect to plastic. We get a better road, and the road without maintenance. India spends not less than 3,000 crores for every year for maintenance alone. Therefore, we have a solution for that. And I have the patent, have the coding here. Many countries like Indonesia, Nairobi, USA offered me $300 million to transfer the technology to them. I said, no, I'm not giving to you. And as per my guru's advice, I'm giving to my country freely. And that's what I did. Actually, this is my country is more important than anything else. And many industries involved. When I had a discussion with the Prime Minister in 2015, I told him that this is very simple. I know Vasudevan. I talked to him on October 2nd, and November 9th, I got a communication here for the plastic road to be laid. That's the greatness of the present government, and our Prime Minister already said highways will be laid. Our finance minister has given 80,000 crores for rural road plastic conversion, and our transport minister is already at the work. And that is about the plastic road. This is another product which is talking about plastone, the construction material. As I told you, this is a plastone, which this is made no sand, no water, no bitumen, no cement, no adhesive. Remember that there is no sand used, no water is used, no bitumen used, no cement, no adhesive. We only use plastic and the stone and the proper condition mix, and we are able to get a process. And the product has got so good a strength. This is one interesting aspect as engineers should understand. This is malleable and ductile. Do you have any structural material malleable ductile? Only metal is malleable ductile. Whereas this, on applying load, it only extends, never breaks, and it is a bullet withstanding property has got. Earthquake withstanding properties there. So two waste material made a wonderful structural material. Now we use this for constructing toilet. When the central government is now asking for this material for low cost housing. Recently, the North India, the glaciers get melted, and then they want to have this type of material for construction. Now that is the specialty of the plastone, which is very useful. And see here, this can be used for pathway blocks. This can be used for paver blocks, water canal linings, compound walls, lawns, tabletops, bricks, shock withstanding, resisting rail sleepers, portable speakers, so on. That is, tell me one use, I will make it useful for that. And not only that, this is the one which helps me to take care of all the solid waste, where limestone, reduction, lime powder, rubbish. Every industry has got a solid waste. They don't know what to do. I try to find a solution using here as a filler and try to therefore this one material, and which can be converted into very useful structural material, solving many of the solid waste problem also. Even concrete waste, I use it here for the construction. And see the toilet which you see here, just at 12,000 rupees, and one toilet requires about 300 to 350 kilos of plastic I use here. So India planning to construct 2 crores of toilet. That means I need around 1 crore tons of plastic. Where is it placed? So think about it. Plastic is not a problem. It has a wonderful use of it. The problem is collecting the plastic and give it to the correct man. So that is the problem here. So here I'll just give a calculation about how much of plastic is used for this purpose. And this is our yajna. So what we do, yajna is a collective responsibility for the betterment of the society. We try to do for the road, we try to do for the plastone, we try to do for many other uses which you are going to see here. See, scrap has been used, polymer modified, bitumen is developed. In fact, when I was visiting America, they said during winter, the road is covered with the snow, and after 6 months, the road becomes totally spoiled. We have now developed a technology. You can lay the road at 0 degree, no problem. So even if the snow is set on that, the road never gets spoiled. We already tested it also. So very polymer modified bitumen developed, and we can develop the plastic coated that is a rod, which is reinforcing rod. For concrete reinforcing rod the plastic coated rod, we have developed new technique which will not undergo rusting at all. Therefore, everything using only plastic. And PVC, we can use PVC to convert into semiconductor. So therefore, I say every plastic has got its own use here. And we have done many processes developed. The use of road scab, mineral solvent, polymer modified bitumen, clay modification, e-waste modification. So many uses we are developing at our lab. So it is a very small lab. Where there is a mind, there is a way. we can definitely do, no problem. And now we want to do some more the changes in the existing plastic also. We use a plasticizer for everything. Some of the plastics are toxic. Let us try to use non-toxic plastic. The manufacturer should develop that attitude. And inbuilt decompose important. And microplastic development decompose important. And multi-layer packets can be converted to multi-packets. Instead of multi-layer, you can have multi-packet. Therefore, you can solve the problem because you can separate the packets and then reuse it. Therefore, these are all some of the newer techniques. And the toothbrush, the stem is about 15 grams. The head is 5 grams. If you have a detachable variety, you can use the stem for many more times. Therefore, you can save, reduce the use of the material. So, we apply the mind, you can develop many things. And that plastic can be converted for making carry bags and so on. So no problem with respect to these things. And see here, roofing, e-waste, corrosion resistant, modified buildings, etc. So one plastic road has done solid waste management effectively, economically viable, and scientifically successful. And plastic socially important, and it has been established. Growth for industry takes place. You get a better road. And everything made of India. Remember that it is made of India. In fact, I would like to add one interesting information here. One of the farmer from about 150 kilometers away from my residence came, met me. Sir, are you Vasudevan? Yes. Have you done anything that's one? I have read about you in the paper. So he said, is it done by you? Yes, sir. And I have read things only people in Japan, people in USA used to do something useful. You have done. I feel, being an Indian, I feel very happy about it. That is the spirit we need. That's the spirit we need to develop. That I said, when he said, I said, this is more than a Nobel Prize for me. That is important. Make in India, in that respect, very, very important. So one small property, namely binder, has made all the difference. Made so many products out of the one property of the plastic, namely binder. And that is only fetched me a great award like Plastic Man of India at the Arts as well as the Padmashree. See? Therefore, make in India, equipment by that, roofing, plastic board, plastone, polymer, corrosion, all those things made out of that. Remember that. So today's special, in addition to that, people try to ban plastic, but God said, I'm going to bring back plastic. Plastic comes back the bang. Now you have the COVID. What happened? COVID. Plastic has now become used as a plastic material, gloves, PPE, SUP for health workers, disposal. Plastic cannot be avoided. But more than anything else, we have been put out of lockdown, and man has been put under arrest, house arrest. So why they have been under arrest for 6 months? All the industry is closed, all the vehicles have been out of road, and what happened? The environment is pure, and the water has been purified. Ganges water purified, air gets purified. So it is a great occasion for man to understand. It is we only responsible. When we are at home, where houses, the world is beautifully changed. So why not we change ourselves? Not change our attitude. Let us work environment friendly. Let us work for biomimicry. Let us start to develop which is conducive for the atmosphere. Sakayagya prachasutta parovacha. Anena prachayutu mesho istakamu. Devan bhave de devo parasparam bhavayantaha. Parasparam is very important. You must be environment friendly. That is important. So proper planning important. I say plastic is used before as a material. After that is used for road, for construction, many material. What's the problem? The problem is garbage culture. So say no to plastic pollution, but say yes to plastic. That is my solution. And you can as well use the domestic people, create awareness, and I go to the school, talk to the students, explain everything, ask them to bring the plastic from home to the school, and we make arrangement for collecting and shedding it for road construction. And in Madurai alone, more than 35 lakh students are involved in the process. So industry has to, now the government facilitate industry by CSR, EPR, they can use it, they can understand the responsibility and use, that is more important. Government, see, recently I had an interaction with the Prime Minister and other team, and the government very positive, but only the people under him, the bureaucrats, should understand the importance, try to work together and try to develop. We can definitely change the world. And the students have done wonderful work, own our ownership, everything has got social responsibility. Life is sharing and caring, health is wealth. Let us build a small city or smart city in that respect. So my world, I just want to say, I was in 2001, penniless, a lab, I didn't have any instrument, but the plastic waste made my lab now it's worth about 3 crores. And I have developed so many things and so many countries, so many industries, and right only made by plastic waste. A waste becomes useful because of another waste. The first waste is myself, and I have become more useful because of the waste plastic. So that is more important in the process. And see, I've been in the good chance of meeting Dr. Abdul Kalam. I visited many places. I was visited America only because of plastic. Remember that. And so there's a chance to change yourself. Ejjatat karmano nirta logoyim karma bandhanaha. Tadattam karma gaunde mukta sangha samadhanaha. God gives a chance to change you. How? Everyone has a role. Understand. Each one should play selflessly. Please be careful. Care for others is very important. Service to sacrifice important. Have trust in values. Education should be building values, not for job alone. Dharma never changes following. Fear of God helps you live better. Life is beautiful. Make it useful. So that these messages will make you to change. But it's a chance for you to do that. Remember, India is always a puja room for the world. Every house is a puja room. For the world, India is a puja room. And it's spiritually strong. Once existed, divine in its destination. Guru of nations are available. So remember, innovation in India is more innovation in India. Feel proud to be Indian. And what is not here? Our ritual, our spiritual books are contain all the information. When Anjaneya started from India to Lanka, they beautifully describes the aerodynamics. And the Valmiki Ramayana speaks about aerodynamics. About 50,000 years ago, they have done. And you have an Ardhanariswaran, where you have Sakti and matter and energy conversion. You got MC squared about 5,000 years ago. All those things known. Let us try to have a faith in our own culture, in our own materials, spiritual data, which gives more idea about all those things. And see here, the man paints flat plastic. The board is plastic, the brush is plastic, the paint board is plastic, the stand is plastic, his dress is polyester, sitting on a plastic stool, and he writes on plastic, banned plastic. This is how we are doing it. You are using plastic everywhere, but don't think it's banned. It cannot be banned. It can be only planned to convert into uses. And see here, feel proud to be Indian, think differently, why not? Face the challenge, get inspired by Make India and Swachh Bharat. Aspire to achieve greater height, and don't be job seeker because you are engineers, but job producers. Be Indian, buy Indian. Everything should be done by the Indian only. That only makes India proud. So I feel very happy. One small information about one of the auto rickshaws in Madurai, where I'm studying. The auto rickshaw, on the backside of the auto rickshaw, he wrote, don't put plastic on road. Use plastic for road. Finish. The whole of my work is simply lined in 2 lines. Don't put plastic on road. Use plastic for road. So that when an auto rickshaw man is an uneducated auto rickshaw man can understand. Why not people of India? Why not? Therefore, you can change. Once you understand, the world becomes different. No plastic waste is there. Everything will be used. You have different roads, different construction material, and the life becomes more interesting. So I thank all the people who have helped me in the process. When I started, I didn't have money. Today, many people have come forward to help us. And I always end my lecture with this beautiful diagram. Brahma created plastic. Shiva had to show me the decomposition. Vishnu showed me converting into construction material. And now we are doing all those things. Therefore, no problem with respect to plastic. And that is how we are doing it. And that is my address, Vasudevan, DNDCA 24/7 available. You can if you are interested in any good work, please help me. Please come join me. Let us join to do something good for the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Everybody is muted. Otherwise, the applause would have been thunders. You would have, applauding via icons. But your mix of morals, stipulations, and technology is very unique, and you are a very innovative thinker in this field. One of the most original thinkers that we have encountered in our master classes. I invite Pandit to say a few words.
Yeah, I would love to do that. And thank you, Vishwanath, for giving me an opportunity. There are, I would say, 2 or 3 takeaways from this particular lectures. The first takeaway, as I see it, that science and philosophy need not fight one another. They can go hand in hand. The spirituality and science can definitely go hand in hand. They can teach you what has already been there in our culture, in our scriptures. Now it is necessary for us to read those again and revisit those issues and values. And when we start using those issues and values in our science, the science is always going to be for humanity, not necessarily for profit. The second takeaway, as I would like to say, is the way you approach things, right? Meaning you must identify a situation which has been created by you, and then we need to rethink why we created these situations and how we can get out of these situations. Because getting out of these situations is also going to be a job of scientists. They are the people who have created these situations, they are the people who are going to find ways out of those situations. And the third thing, which is not a takeaway, but which is a challenge to ICT students, is you look at the process. Dr. Vasudevan has given you the detailed recipe as well. Work out the energy balance. Use the same plastic. Vishwanath will complement and will add to that. ICT has also developed a technology of converting plastic by catalytic thermal liquefaction to liquid fuel. Part of the plastic can be utilized to convert it into liquid fuel. You use that fuel to process this concrete mix along with the plastic, because it needs to be heated to 170, 180 degrees centigrade, which also requires certain sensible heat. Estimate what is going to be the sensible heat requirement, what quantum of fuel is going to be required, and that fuel you can also derive it from plastic rather than buying a separate fuel. So you can think in terms of an integrated system, which is concrete mix along with the fuel which is also created to run this particular concrete mix without resorting to any outside fuel except the collected plastic. A system can be completely self-sustainable. Only a fraction of the plastic can be utilized to heat the plastic mix, concrete mix, to the required temperature to be able to lay the road. Now, these are the 3 main learnings which I can get. 3 main learnings which I can takeaways which I can get from this today's talk. And I'm sure there are many opportunities and many ideas will come when people start thinking about it and start combining the social relevance of their work and social relevance of their learning. Thank you, Dr. Vasudevan, for an outstanding lecture and opening up the eyes and avenues for our young scientists and young students, who I'm sure will take it up with full vigor. And I'm sure you will get multiple emails asking for collaboration, asking for advice. And I'm sure you would be more than happy to collaborate and work with us in future. Thank you very much again, sir. Over to Vishwanath or over to Aslan or Gargi, whoever is leading it further.
Yeah, would Professor Joshi want to say a few words?
I would only like to, because my job has been done very easy by Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Pandit, and he has aptly described the 3 takeaways of this lecture, and the roadmap for the use of plastic and not being used as a waste has been quite nicely explained by Dr. Vasudevan. We are really thankful to you, sir, and I would like to profusely thank on behalf of Technological Association for giving an insight, and as rightly pointed out by our Chancellor, that there will be a lot of emails for collaboration, and we look forward to have a good association with you. Thank you.
Amin, madam, would you?
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Vishwanathan. I think today you have opened up brains of many young minds and also many professors. Thank you for accepting our invitation and giving us such an enlightening talk. As our dear Vice Chancellor pointed out, our young minds will definitely come back to you with their ideas, seeking your guidance. Yes, we are all proud of you. And once again, I thank you for accepting our invitation. And we pray to Lord Almighty that He bless you with good health and guide and take up many projects for our Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you, Amin ma'am.
One more, Gargi. Can we have maybe a UA perspective from Udas?
Yes, sir. I was just going to invite him.
Yeah, so sorry, Gargi. Jumped in.
Yes, sir.
Dilip sir, Udas sir, will you be?
Just check whether he's still there.
I think he was supposed to leave by 8 o'clock.
He had some meeting and
he was supposed to leave by 8 o'clock. But any UAA representative can always talk.
Who Pandit sir has already given. If Pandit sir could give the UA perspective from this point of view.
Okay, the only perspective about UAA being a past president I can give is UAA will be more than happy to take up certain initiatives which are in line with what was discussed by Dr. Vasudevan today. Anyone wants to come up with a project which necessarily uses the kind of garbage and waste which is generated in locality or in ICT. We also have multiple projects which are there. So, but in collaboration with Civil Engineering Department of VJTI and ICT, we have an MOU. Is also a possibility for us to come up with a joint proposal or a joint project to
I'm also equally interested to join
extend the work of Dr. Vasudevan and involve more engineering into it, along with the chemistry which he has experimented extensively. So what I feel is required that when chemical engineers and civil engineers come together along with the expertise of chemistry which has been discussed by Dr. Vasudevan, further optimization of these processes are definitely possible. So it is always possible for us to optimize these techniques, technologies for further savings and further reliability. So I'm sure UAA will be more than happy to take up these particular such projects. And I'm assuring you on behalf of UAA that UAA will definitely assist the ICT students and ICT VJTI combined students to take these type of projects forward. And I would just thank Dr. Vasudevan on behalf of UAA again for accepting our invitation and literally opening up the eyes of our students that the role of chemical sciences is significant and can indeed be taken up further and can be furthered. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I do have a lot of unanswered problems. We can jointly do work also very well.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. And once you start rethink, you will realize that there are problems as well as opportunities.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I think as what Einstein said is when the people who created the problem cannot solve the problem using the same process of thinking, they have to have a complete rethink.
Correct. Correct.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
We have Nilesh sir from UA over here.
Yeah,
so,
Nilesh.
Sir, if sir could express his views, that would be very.
I think our Honorable Vice Chancellor has already covered it. So, on behalf of UA, definitely, sir, we'll partner with ICT as well as Dr. Vasudevan to take certain projects ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
There are questions. Maybe Gargi, you could read them out.
Yes, sir. So there are some questions in the chat box. Mehul is asking, can we use plastic waste in manufacturing polymeric filter media?
Can use for the what for? I would like to understand the question well. Please repeat it.
Sir, yes, sir. He is asking, can we use plastic waste in manufacturing polymeric filter media?
Yarn. You want a yarn? Hello, you want to make yarn? Already plastic bottle is being converted. Plastic polyester yarns has been developed already. Plastic bottle, PET bottles is converted into yarn and textiles, and many varieties of textiles come out in the market.
Yeah, in fact, you see advertisement that so many plastic bottles are used for a pair of jeans. So many plastic bottles have been used.
It's available.
Yeah, so it's already there.
Hello, sir. Mehul here.
Yeah, Mehul.
Sir, I wanted to ask, I have been assigned a ME project from Plastic Engineering Department, General Engineering Department, use of polymeric material in manufacturing of filter media. So I was asking whether we can use waste plastic in manufacturing it.
In manufacturing?
Filtration media.
I think the spinning type of materials, I think these type of questions, Mehul, you can discuss with the polymer department people. Professor Vasudevan can also give you a global perspective, but these are specific technological questions. Once you need to see the properties of the plastic which you're talking about, and what are the properties of the filter media which you are seeking. But yes, in principle, that is definitely possible.
Yes. Thank you.
I would request all the participants to not ask questions right now. We'll be addressing them, but since we are a bit short on time, right now we'll continue with the ceremony.
You can send the questions by mail. I will answer all of them. I will answer. No problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. We have Professor S.P. Deshmukh, sir, over here. Sir, could you please share your views on the talk?
Our beloved Vice Chancellor, Professor Pandit, has already narrated the talk given by Professor Vasudevan. And those are the takeaways, which of course are very useful, not for the students community, but for the teachers community who are taking the subject of plastics and say recycling of these in recycling of the plastic using various methods. So I really was very happy to listen to Professor Vasudevan, and I really say I really want to thank him for accepting the invitation and delivering such a nice talk. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Finally, I would like to thank Dr. Vasudevan, sir, for sparing so much time for an amazing masterclass session. I'm sure that everyone will agree this was one of the biggest crowd pulling event we have had so far in Vortex. And your words have definitely helped us as future technologists. Now, we'll be moving forward to the most awaited part of the closing ceremony, the prize distribution. So, I would like the overall event heads to take over now.
Gargi, you want Dr. Vasudevan to be present at the time of the presentation?
Sir, it would be really great if sir can stay.
Yeah, if you can ask him. People are very busy, so you need to ask them whether it is possible for them to stay on.
Yes.
I'm really happy. Don't bother. Let me also join you. It's a great occasion.
So all our participants were very excited for this masterclass to have you on board. So it would be really great if you could stay till the end.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ajit Rajput, overall event at Pharma. I would be declaring the prizes for Pharma series, starting with Quizocopia. For the junior round, we have 3 prizes. First one is Vaishnavi Gandhi. Second one is Hitvi Modi. And third is Rakshit. For the senior category, we again have 3 prizes. First is Prachi Srivastava. Second is Pranita Pawar. And third is Bijal Prajapati. Moving forward to analyze. We again have 2 categories. First is junior category. We have 2 prizes. First is Dhruv Sanjanwala and Namrashri Mehta. And second prize goes to Bhushan and Parikshit Kadu. In senior category, we have 2 prizes. First prize goes to Darshan and Neeti. And second prize goes to Maithili and Siddhi. We now move towards a moot court, which was open to all event. We have 3 prizes over here. First one is Aryaman Patwardhan and Madhav Ambati from NMIMS. Second one goes to Ankit Pugalia and Rahul Jadhav. Both are from ICT. And third one goes to Manav Nanda and Smith Bhavsar. Both are from NMIMS. Now moving forward towards SDP Pharma. For the problem statement A, first prize goes to Team Healthy Smiles. And second prize goes to Team The Monomer. For problem statement B, first prize goes to Team Optimizers. And the second prize goes to Team PTSD. Coming to the last event, which is Blueprint. This was also an open to all event. First prize goes to Bijal Prajapati and Sahil. And second prize goes to Darshan and Neeti. That's all from the Pharma series. Thank you.
Hello, good evening to everyone. I am the overall head for the Prodigy series. I will declare the winners for the Prodigy series of events. Let's start. Let's start with Chem codes. So the winner for Chem codes, first a prize goes to Akansha Chaugule. Second, the second place has been secured by Sonti Siddharth. And the third place has been secured by Atharva Tiwari. Let's go to Chem quotient. For Chem quotient, the first prize has been secured by Prakriti Patnayak. The second prize has been secured by Rishabh Singh. And the third prize goes to Darshan Chheda. Let's go to Junior IDP. For Junior IDP, The first prize goes to Vishal Singh and Riya Bhatnagar. The second prize goes to Aditya Gawande, Vedant Biani, and Anshul Kadve. And the third prize goes to Karanveer Singh Khurana, Asrar Maqbool, and Chinmay Sharma. For the second year category, we have the winner as Parikshit Kadu, Pankti Savla, and Bhushan Murjani. They were a team ranked at first. For second, we have Akansha Varade and Jyotisman Rath from ICT Bhubaneswar. And for the third prize, we have Rishabh Singh and Shrivats Korde.
Abhishek, we are not seeing the...
Yes, sir. So actually, the winners were declared a bit late. So for junior IDP, actually, there was a constraint. So sorry for that, everyone. We'll release it on our social media pages and website, junior IDP winners, the photos. Sorry.
Sure, go ahead. Thank you.
Yes. Let's go to Papyrus. The first prize for research categories, Papyrus is the paper presentation competition. The first prize for the research category goes to Shruti Kadam. And the second prize goes to Rushali Varude. Yes. For the review papers, the first prize goes to Harini Shrikant. The second prize goes to Team Allen, Akriti, and Samiksha Udan. And the third place, we have a joint winner, Amaya Jagtap, Darshan Chheda, Richa Patil as a team, and Maithili Joshi and Siddhi Joshi. That's all. Thank you. I now invite Rucha to take.
Yeah, thank you, Abhishek. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Rucha Rane, the overall event head for general category. So let's start the prize distribution from social defined problem. So social defined problem was a new event which we had introduced this year. It basically, in this event, we contacted NGOs to give some problem statements, and then the participants had to give a solution to those problem statements. So for the Icha Foundation, for the problem statement given by Icha Foundation, the winners are Tanvi Ozarkar, Shirin, and Vijay Padwal. For the problem statement given by Donate Cart, the winners are Hriday Shah, Devar Shah, and Harsh Wadhwani. And for the problem statements given by UNI, the winners are Aishwarya Khandekar, Shruti Unni, and Vedant Wankhede. Now moving on to the next event, which is TEB, that is the Entrepreneur's Blueprint, in which young budding entrepreneurs have to pitch their ideas. The winner, the first position is Quick Notes, and the team members are Harshini Parekh, Aditya Ketu, and Sayyam Surana. And the runner-up team is Game Changers, Shubham Banerjee and Anirudh Monga. Moving on to the next event, which is Corporate Tycoon. The winners are Riya Bhatnagar and Vishal Singh, and the runner-up team is of Sahil Guge and Chinmay Khatri. The next event is AdMad, which is advertising and marketing event, and the winners are for poster category. The winner is Stuti Mishra, and for the video category, the winner is Team FemCup of having Neeti Kakkad, Prakriti Patnaik, and Prita Pagare. The runner-up position for poster is the winner for the runner-up position is Samiksha Varang, and for the video category, the runner-up is Dheeraj Jadhav, Kartik Nimkar, Prashant Dadki, Sucheta Jadhav, and Avni Bhakke. Moving on to the next event, which is Ultimate Detective. It was a fun round just to give a bit relief from the online lectures and everything. So the winner is Team Mentalist, Sahil Guge, Chinmay Khatri, and Vaibhav Vishwanath. And the runner-up team is Team 3 Aces, Ansh Gupta, Arnab Paul, and Atharva Nangre. Moving on to the next, to the last event, which is Ignite, which basically emphasizes on the soft skills of the presenters. The winner is Karanveer Singh Khurana. The runner-up is Urmi Chile. And the second runner-up, this position is shared by two people, Arya Mishra and Anvita Bhate. Thank you so much.
Thank you overall event heads for announcing the winners. Likewise, I would also like to thank all the participants and a hearty congratulations to all the winners. Without you, this Vortex couldn't be a huge success as it has. I would also like to thank Vasudevan sir for staying till the end. So we are very graced by your presence. Thank you. Now I would like our secretaries Tanmay and Arsalan to take over.
Hello, sir. Sir, thank you so much for your presence and the time that you found. Sir, for the Vortex, it's been a long journey behind this day of making online version of Vortex successful. It was impossible without the support of you everyone. I would like to thank Vice Chancellor of our University, ICT Mumbai, Professor A.B. Pandit, Registrar R.R. Deshmukh, Vice President of Technological Association, Professor P.D. Amin ma'am, for giving us this opportunity to organize this event online. Also, our Vortex conveners, Professor V.S. Talvi, Professor S.V. Joshi for their constant support and guidance. I would also like to thank President of UDCT Alumni Association, Professor Dilip Udasa, Professor Patrawale ma'am, Professor Deshmukh sir for joining us today and gracing us with their presence. I would like to thank Technological Association, UDCT Alumni Association, TechIP, and all support staff for their support. I would also like to thank our title sponsor, Arda Chemicals, our associate sponsor, Alkyl Amines Chemical Limited, our co-sponsor, Signet Excipients Private Limited, Marico Limited, and Cheryl Laboratories Private Limited. And also our supporting sponsors, RV Encon Limited, Piramal Pharma Limited, Promega Corporation, Angie Compounds LLP, and the Gansons Group. Also, I would like to thank you, our sustainability partner, Bamboo India, educational partner, Royal Society of Chemistry and edX, our media partner, Maharashtra Times, certification partner, Voiti Web Technologies, youth partner, Boom Panda, and our registration partner, Mera Events for their support. Now, coming to our Technological Association, our General Secretary, Omkar Thube, Cultural Secretary, Shubham Mai, Treasurer, Dhaval Dhande, Technical Secretary, Kshitij Ittalkar, Design Secretary, Arnav Joshi, Public Relations Head, Gayatri Chikarmane. I would like to thank them for their help and support. Also, I would like to thank other members of Technological Association. Also to our ex-secretaries, Raj Kodare and Mayank Murarka for their guidance. I would like to thank and appreciate my team, Vortex 8.0 core. A lot of hard work they have done for making this event successful. The event heads, thank you all. All of you did a great job. Thank you, coordinators, volunteers of every department and every series. I would also take this opportunity to thank you, our college ambassadors from different colleges of India and abroad. Finally, I thank all participants for their participation in Vortex, and also all the audiences for showing the same enthusiasm as in the offline mode. We hope you would have liked our event and learned something from it. Hope to see you in the next edition of the fest with the more energy and preparation, hopefully in the offline mode. Thank you all. I declare we come to an end of this closing ceremony and to our fest. Also, our Vortex team wishes all of you best for your future, and thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before we end, there's just one last thing, if you indulge me. A very brilliant student, Miss June Wag, has raised a hand. So can we let her speak a bit? She wants to say something to Dr. Vasudevan. Go ahead, June.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, so first of all, very much congratulations to you for getting Padmashree Rajgopalan, Vasudevan, sir. Yes, sir, for getting many awards and everything. Sir, I'm currently pursuing M Pharmacy in ICT Mumbai. So, thinking accordingly to that environmental point of view, sir, you have by constructing these plastic roads, the idea of this, you have all saved us from environmental hazards also. So I will tell you how, sir. So and here, yes, sir, I also want to mention that here in Bandra West, where I live, there is also a De Monte Park road extension, which is constructed using plastic roads. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And sir, the advantage of this plastic road is that it does not cause water stagnation. Water stagnation is where the water stops flowing, and it contains the bacteria growing and everything. So it can lead to a lot of environmental hazards and to a lot of diseases. So we have saved us all from letting this happen.
I'm not clear about the question. Please.
Yes, sir. No, sir, it is not a question. I have mentioned. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And a lot of yes, sir. And a lot of inspiration and lot of your statements made us motivate also. It's like not to ban but plan, chance and change. Sir, also I would like to mention that I have read about you in November 2018, from waste to the wealth. Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Plastone, yes, which includes 300 plastic bags and 6 PET, means polyethylene terephthalate bottles, which have a high quality function, high functionality and high aesthetics, which are suitable to the Indian climatic conditions also.
Correct.
Yes, sir. And this instead of this asphalt concrete roads, so this plastic roads are much better, sir, because then they are long lasting, durable also, as you mentioned, cost effective. And it also leads to the generation of employment.
Correct.
Yes, sir, among the rag pickers. Then those are resistant to rains also. Yes, sir, that is why I mentioned in Bandra also there is a De Monte Park road extension, which is constructed using plastic road.
Correct. Good.
Yes, sir, because
good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You summarized beautifully well.
Yes, sir. And if any thing related to plastic management, waste or waste management, I'm interested for research and in collaboration. Thank you very much, sir.
Please. I'm doubly happy.
So sorry, Gargi. Go ahead, Gargi.
Thank you, June. So we want to announce that the EDX courses and the leaderboard will be updated today, and the results will be announced tomorrow.
Gargi, we have lost you.
No, Gargi did say something.
Mute has been removed.
I guess there's some network issue. What she was trying to say was that the leaderboard will be updated tonight.
Updated tomorrow, yeah.
So
declared tomorrow.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah, so the winners will be released tomorrow. Thank you for your patience, everyone. And all the best to whoever wins. The top 3, the golden winner, the silver and the bronze winners, will receive goodies from Vortex 8.0.
Okay.
Finally, I would like to thank all of you again. And as we come to an end to this closing ceremony, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. God bless. God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Namaskar, sir. Vice Chancellor, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you.
Indranil, you want to say something?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Sir, first of all, I really thank you for giving such motivational speech and guiding us for the future of waste. So I want to question that we are having many landfills here, which is filled with plastics and unwanted materials. So, is there any future for biosensors for assessing the plastic dumping fields, or what you say other kind of polymers related materials? Is there any future for biosensors or means for field assessment and all? Because the field assessment is necessary to take out or store the waste and all. We don't have to just think of how to convert the waste to what is a useful materials. We have to it's and all conditions. So, is there any biosensors and how can plan for?
Hello. Indranil, you are not clearly audible, and I guess Vasudevan sir has left. So you can always email him your doubts. So let's conclude this meeting.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry for interrupt.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful ceremony.
Yes, sir.
Well done. Gargi, I'm so sorry for interrupting you in between.
No problem.
No, sir, that's okay.
Yeah, and you guys did a great job. Worked as a seamless team. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much, sir. So we couldn't do this without your support and
exactly,
guidance.
sir. This was not possible without your support throughout the event.
Yes, sir.
Very kind of you. Anyone want to say something, or shall we?
No, sir.
Because we have half an hour, according to the prize distribution went really well.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Able to climb the dais and take a photograph. So that went really well. We should do prize distributions like this.
Thank you, sir.
All the time.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Shall we close?
Yes.
Sir, could you please
wrap up? Yes. Before we wrap up, we just want to remind that we also have senior IDP left. It's going to happen on 28th of March. So we are still expecting a lot of participation from you guys. So please do not forget that it's still there. The registrations are going to close in 2 days. Please participate and hope to see you all again for senior IDP.
Yes, sir.
Senior IDP is our flagship event.
Yes,
sir.
Definitely participate.
With this, I think we come to an end. Thank you so much, sir. Shikhar, would you like to end the meeting?
Could you please switch on the camera? I guess we should capture this moment.
Yes, we should.
Done, sir.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I wish I could take you all out to dinner, but that's slightly beyond.
Sir, we will go after the lockdown gets over.
Yes,
we will definitely go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Have a
Thank you, sir.
lovely evening. Next week is full for you. So I'll see some of you
No,
next
sir.
time.
Thanks for the
Lots of
reminder, sir.
assignments, sir. Lots of
Yeah,
assignments.
assignment. Yeah. I'll be very lenient. So don't worry about that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night.